Checks his swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, said Mike Estabrook. Well, they've got a big-time shift on for Choi. 3 infielders on the right side. The second baseman, VR, is practically in right field. Sanchez leads off second. Ellsbury off first. 2 men out. Bottom of the 6th. Fouled away. 1-2.
See Choi look back there and say, is that a strike or a ball? And with that swing, you hope it's a ball. It wasn't one of his better. Just kind of tied him up inside. Drake really likes this change up away. There it is again.
So Choi down on strikes. So the elation of a go-ahead 3-run home run is erased as they took a look at a replay and said foul ball. Then the next 3 Yankees go down and we go to the 7th.
July 11th is Amazon Prime Day, an epic day of deals on everything you're into. So whether you're a techie who's into gear or have a passion for fashion, Amazon Prime Day has huge deals on the stuff you love. Prime Day, July 11th.
So if anyone has a reason that these two should not be wed, speak now.
So sorry.
Oh, no.
It's just that your friend Daryl here is supposed to be live streaming the wedding, and he's not getting any service.
I missed like the whole thing.
What?
And I just got an unlimited plan.
It's the right plan, wrong network. See, Verizon has the largest, most reliable 4G LTE network in America. It's built to work better in cities. Tell you what, just use mine.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's go live. Say hi to everybody who wasn't invited.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plus, get the Pixel by Google with no trade-in required.
This top-tier gas at Arco is great. It helps protect our engine, and it costs less. So we are going camping this weekend. Help! I caught a marlin. Wow. I'm stuck. Hot, 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 hot. I think I swallowed a bug.
Go with value. Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
When you need a doctor, just walk into CityMD Urgent Care. By People's United Bank N.A., keep business at hand with mobile cash management. And by your Tri-Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Tri-Honda dealer for great deals on the 2017 models. So we go to the 7th inning here at the stadium. Milwaukee leads the Yankees 5-3. Beautiful day at the ballpark. Nice crowd on hand. Final game of the first half of the season. Cadillac scoreboard shows you 5-8-0 Milwaukee, 3-7-0 for the Yankees. A new pitcher for the Yankees is Chad Green. And you heard Brian Cashman feeling really good about Chad Green during the batting practice show. Elated the way he has slotted himself in the bullpen. Pitch to Santana is a strike.
First pitch tells you why. 96. This pitch is so much. I mean, this pitch is up from the bullpen. Velocity-wise.
Well, Paul, You know, the old saying is they have no kick coming. The Yankees 3 times in this game have had a runner on second and nobody out and not scored a run. First inning, 5th inning, 6th inning. You got to get a run in.
Had a lot of leadoff hits, a lot of innings. It could have been big innings. Nelson pitched out of, for whatever reason, where it was bad luck early. They hit some balls hard. The last couple innings just didn't get the big hit. Missed a 3-run homer by an inch.
3-2 on Santana.
I want you to look at Chad Green, his uniform.
Right.
The way he uses his uniform, his jersey, upper jersey. Just tell me if you notice anything. All right.
Upper jersey.
Front side. We'll see in a minute. Good curveball
Strike
there.
3. Santana down looking. He strikes out for the
What do you
third time.
notice there, Mike?
What do I notice? Nothing.
It's the full button up. You don't see it very often. Every button. Most players have a button. He's ready for a tie with that on there. See the full button up right there.
And then you got Matt Holliday, who's got the open look. He just needs a couple of chains.
That's right. Yeah.
Did you have the full button up?
Oh no. It's
Top
a little
one.
too tight. Yeah, with a t-shirt. It's a little too tight that way. Just chooses the formal look. Strap on a bow tie and go straight to the city.
Well, Shaw's got the top button.
Well, talk about the Yankees now. I'm playing the game here. You don't make up the rules.
All right. Top button for Choi.
Man, oh man, now the guys are making me look foolish. I'm saying you just don't see it very often.
Well, you've seen it now 3 times. Didi has.
Must be something they're bringing out today.
Oh, Tyler
everybody.
Wade, top button.
These pictures have been doctored up, folks.
We'll hit the outfield now too. Up top button.
I think Robbie Kikuchi. He told them all, that's it. This is a good luck charm. See that?
Yeah, you don't see it very often. Here's the 1-2.
We got a 7-second delay or like a minute where I can just take that back.
Travis Shaw down looking. 2 away.
For rhyme or reason. I mean, Greeny's has done a great job, and obviously Brian Cashman's talked about it, and you know he got Joe Girardi's attention too. David Cohn when he was here, just about his stuff out of the bullpen, how much better it has been.
Pitch to Aguilar, inside. There you go, Paul. There's Holliday.
I'm telling you, that's the look right there. They're doing something today. It's like a rally cap. They're all buttoned up to try to change things. Good swing there, but the ball up enough to get by him.
Boy, Aguilar was trying to help the ball boy out and threw the ball to him. The ball boy had 2 in each hand, couldn't catch it. Had a duck. Two 1. Comes inside, foul ball, 2-2.
Well, a guy I didn't know a lot about, Jesus Aguilar, has really put together a series of good at-bats while he's been in town. You can tell he makes adjustments throughout the at-bat, inside, outside. It looks like he really looks away now with 2 strikes from his previous at-bats. It's just having a plan.
2-2.
Strike
Strike 3. What an inning for Green. He strikes out the side. All of them window shopping as they go down looking 1, 2, 3. At the end of 6.5 here at the stadium, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Milwaukee leads the Yankees 5-3, but we'll stay right here to honor America in the Bronx.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and remove your caps? And please direct your attention to the area behind home plate as the New York Yankees welcome an honored military guest who is joined by his children. United States Marine Corps Corporal Robert Lander from Massapequa Park, New York, who served in World War II, including in the Battle of Iwo Jima. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please join in Kate Smith's rendition of God Bless America.
During this 7th inning stretch, let's take a look at some of the week's Budweiser winning moments.
Game of attrition now. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th.
Time run on the bases and the go-ahead run striding to the plate. He's ready for a 3-2. Base hit. Here comes Goldie. Not in time. Diamondbacks walk it off.
And now the pitch.
It's hit toward Alonso. Out at second. Back to third. Double play. And that's the ball game. On the ground in the base hit. And here's the throw home. And this game is over. The Giants win it here in the 14th. Swing and a miss. Going down to second. Oh, did they get a tag? The game is over. How about the ending to that game, boys and girls?
Won't you come dream with me now, now? You're chasing down a beautiful dream. Won't you come follow me now, now? Won't you come dream with me now, now?
Summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 580 Milwaukee, 370 Yanks. Nelson started, went 5+. Tanaka didn't have much. He lasted 1 out into the 5th. Travis Shaw, big 3-run home run. 4 ribbies. The 3-run home run came in the 1st. Clint Frazier, a 2-run home run. Pitches outside to Tyler Wade, who doubled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Oliver Drake came on to get the final out of the 6th inning. 2-0 on Wade. Cadillac scoreboard shows you the Yankees are trailing 5-3. Strike, 2-1.
Borderline strike, 2-0, 3-0 and 2-1. Such a big difference in count.
he thought about the bunt, tried the bunt, and fouled it off. 2-2. Tried to push it. Nice of Stephen Vogt just to lead the bat standing on home plate.
Standing up, that cut bat will do that when they drill a little bit of wood out of the end. Take a little weight out, it stands up for you.
This way you don't have to bend over. It's great. Strike 3. Wade down looking.
Drake again goes to that changeup with 2 strikes. Just, I don't know, Michael. The strike zone today has been strange. It actually shows it in there, but boy, that ball looks up and away. As a hitter, you know, you're looking at that changeup and it drops in late.
Here's Brett Gardner. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. And a strike. Now Vanover obviously takes his time raising his arm for a strike. But when you're a hitter, Paul, does he say strike right away?
Usually, you can tell by the tone of the voice immediately whether it's a strike or ball.
Well, Wade did not agree with that call, 3rd strike, but as a rookie, there's not much you could really do. On deck is Aaron Judge. 2-1.
Anytime you have a 2-run game and Aaron Judge on the on-deck circle, big bat from Brett Gardner. Just trying to set the table for that one swing.
That one is looped into left field. It is a base hit. And that brings up Judge as the tying run.
I think Brett Gardner made up his mind he was going to stay in there on this bat. He was beat, but you know, as a left-handed hitter, if you stay level through it, even though you're beat, serve it out to left.
Well, Counsell goes to the bullpen again, bringing in another righty to face Judge.
July 11th is Amazon Prime Day, an epic day of deals on everything you're into. So whether you're a techie who's into gear or have a passion for fashion, Amazon Prime Day has huge deals on the stuff you love. Prime Day, July 11th.
Howdy. Hey. Here we go. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's not your car.
Car's ready.
Wrong car.
Isn't that your car? I would love to take it, but no. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. You guys want to check it out?
Someone else's car.
This is beautiful. What is this?
It's the all-new Chevy Equinox. This feels like a luxury SUV.
I love this little 360. How do they even do that?
I made a bad decision on my last car purchase.
Well, your car's here.
Bummer. Bummer.
Wah, wah. I'm ready for an upgrade.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
Popped up. Goldie lets it fall. Got the play on at second. They'll try for 2, but Lamet beats it out.
That bird almost interfered with the play. That's foul.
Well, we do have Randy Johnson on the staff. We can take care of this pretty quickly. The bird appears unharmed.
One of the funniest things I've seen, he's picking that ball up, and a bird is tapped in his glove. He's picking a ball up and a bird. It still makes the play.
Quit. So they're looking to have a pretty decent weekend against the Red Sox, and that score looms large because the Yankees could inch even closer if that holds up and they can come back in this game and then enjoy 4 days of the All-Star break. So you've got Jared Hughes coming in, 39th game, 3-1, 3.03. Boy, you think he's anxious to start the pitch?
That or he wants to get loose. I mean, holy smokes. Like, high stepping too.
One and 0 to Judge. Judge had a single, a deep short in the first, struck out in the third, struck out in the fifth. And the strikeout in the fifth was unusual for this year because he chased the pitch out of the zone, which he has not been doing.
Yeah, we've seen Hughes in the first couple games of this series. Your typical sinker slider guy, kind of 3/4, gets good sink on his fastball. He also knows you try to keep guys in the ballpark by throwing a good sinking fastball. Oh my.
Just missed that one.
The thing about a sinking fastball is you don't want it up in the strike zone, and this ends up right in Aaron Judge's wheelhouse. What a great swing.
Two and one. And the Yankees need a comeback. And Betances warming up to avoid going 0-7-1 in their last 8 series. Now for an 8-game stretch, that would be the first time they've done 0-7-1 since 1991 in August and September of that year. But they have plenty of time and plenty of opportunities, so 8 outs still in the bank. Last time they won a series was June 9th, 10th, and 11th when they swept the Orioles here. So 6 losses in series and 1 split in a 4-game set in Chicago against the White Sox.
I was going to say, if you're Aaron Judge, you've got to call timeout here. Every once in a while as a hitter, pitcher will just hold, and it just gets you kind of, you start wandering somewhere else mentally. To call back, regroup, reboot, get back in there.
Runner goes, throw to second. A stolen base for Gardner as the ball gets away.
Brett Gardner gave Aaron Judge a couple swings, and then he got a good jump late in the count. So he picks up to see if it's in play. Now Aaron Judge has to realize first base is open. Really have to. It's a tough pitch.
So once again, a 3-2 count on Judge. And the pitch. He walked him.
Good take by Aaron Judge there. That pitch is close, but it's a ball. Good pitch by Hughes. It's something that, you know, kind of fools the hitter, kind of entices you to swing. A sinking fastball just down and in. Just a little bit low and in.
So, Paul, once again, the Yankees have an opportunity. Now they have a runner at second with 1 out. Runners at first and second, actually. So the tying runs are on base, and the cleanup hitter, or in today, the number 3 hitter, Didi Gregorius, steps in.
You got 2 guys that are really due to get some big hits here. Didi, Sanchez on deck.
Didi's 0 for 3. 0-1. Just seems like those swings are so loopy and long, as if he's trying to hit the ball out all the time.
This whole homestand, I don't know what has happened. He just, you're right, just a little bit long, kind of more of a home run swing than you're used to seeing him take.
He's 2 for his last 20 with his 0 for 3 today. Each team has 8 hits. Milwaukee leads 5-3. We're in the bottom of the 7th. One and one. Yankees 1 for 10 today with runners in scoring position, leaving 5 runners on base.
Yeah, as close as this game has been, you know, they really have not taken advantage of situations like this. It only takes one.
Driven out to left center. And right there is Perez to make the play as a runner's retreat. And that brings up Gary Sanchez. Sanchez with a single out the glove of Arcia, leading off the 6th inning. That broke an 0 for 16 slide for Sanchez.
Boy, it'd be nothing better to go to the All-Star game after getting a big hit your last at bat here.
Way outside, backhanded by Vogt.
Seems like Gary Sanchez is going well. It seems like he has a lot of time. Everything's in rhythm and smooth, and right now everything seems just a little bit rushed. Leg kicks a little late, up, down, and it becomes a little jerky. And you know, when he's got it smooth and together, so much power to work with.
That one is ripped to right field, and it is going to be caught by Santana. That was ticketed for a game-tying double, but Santana threw up the glove, and the ball stuck right in it for the final out of the 7th inning. That close for Gary Sanchez.
July 11th is Amazon Prime Day, an epic day of deals on everything you're into. So whether you're a techie who's into gear or have a passion for fashion, Amazon Prime Day has huge deals on the stuff you love. Prime Day, July 11th.
Hi, I'm Mindy Kearns. It's great to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Your parents have been talking about you for years.
Sorry about that. They're all about me saving for a house or starting a college fund for my son.
Actually, I want to know what you're thinking. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Knowing that the most important goals are yours, multiplied by 14,000 financial advisors. It's a big deal, and it's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
20-year-old Kerry Wood gets Derek Bell for his 20th strikeout, a National League record. He has his first Major League complete game and shutout, and it's a one-hitter over the Houston Astros. They're mobbing Kerry Wood at the mound. The young Texan has blanked the Astros 2-0.
Chad Green comes on, strikes out Santana looking, Travis Shaw looking, Jesus Aguilar down looking, and those replays brought to you by New York Presbyterian, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Amazing things are happening here. So 3 strikeouts looking. We go to the 8th inning. Perez fouls it back. Once again, the Yankees don't get the big hit with runners in scoring position, but awfully close as Sanchez hit it well. Hyundai scoreboard shows you Milwaukee 5 and the Yankees 3. Perez has struck out 3 times today. And that came very close to his noggin. Now, we talked about a tough break for Sanchez. And I'll tell you why. See how close this game. I think it clipped his nose hairs. 111.6 miles per hour exit velo on the Sanchez line drive at 16 degrees. Batted balls at that speed and angle are hits 80% of the time. 1-1.
Good sound, good piece of hitting. Everything went right. Just a great play by Santana in right field. Good jump. Got to it in time. Ball's off the middle of the wall.
Grounded to third. Stabbed by Headley. One away here in the 8th.
It has been one of those days for the Yankees offense, when they don't come through, and then when they seem like they hit the ball hard, they've had some balls caught too. So you look back at the opportunities. Some of them you didn't take advantage of, but some of them you just hit into bad luck.
There's Stephen Vogt. Solo home run in the 2nd inning, his 4th while with Milwaukee. Despite making the All-Star team in 2015-2016, designated for assignment in a surprise move by the A's. Played 54 games for them, hit .217, 4 homers and 20 runs batted in, but well liked in that clubhouse and just a good guy to have on a team. And Milwaukee grabbed him when they had the opportunity. Go back to the 2nd inning.
Down and in lefty, boy, and a quick bat to it. No doubt about it, out in the middle of the bullpen. The powwow started in the dugout.
One and two. Two and two. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout by Green.
Well, you just see his confidence on every pitch, getting more and more with his fastball, and then a good breaking ball here. Speed and break. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Michael. Have you looked at some of the scores of the Houston-Toronto series?
19-0 now. Houston leads.
I think they gave up 15 in the first game. There's some ERAs that are skyrocketing up in Toronto.
Well, the more Toronto loses, the better chance that they'll be sellers near the deadline. Took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. Looked like they might have turned the corner, as Broxton couldn't turn out of the way of that one. And he goes and takes first with 2 outs.
And most players use that flap. I mean, he's been hit in the face earlier in the year, and obviously brings back horrible memories if you've gone through that as a hitter. Chad Green obviously has missed with a couple pitches. He kind of flies open and balls up and into righties.
Well, we did some research, Paul, about the Astros. In their last 4 wins, 8-1, 16-4, 10-4, 12-2, now 19-0. They must have a really good field goal kicker.
Guy I want in fantasy.
Broxton dives back. Snap throw to first. Broxton back. Bottom of the 8th inning, we'll have Ellsbury, Headley, and Frazier coming up for the Yankees.
I don't think Headley's not still in his mind thinking, I can't believe I did that. I missed by an inch. Big 3-run homer would have changed this game to this point.
Well, it's over in St. Pete. The Rays beat the Red Sox 5-3, and they take 3 out of 4 from Boston.
And what a huge win this would be to go into the All-Star break only down 2.5 and 1 in the loss column. After 4 days off, Mike, go into that big series, you'll be ready, huh?
Oh,
rocking by the time you get to Boston.
Runner goes, pitch is high, throw to second. Ball was dropped, and Broxton with a stolen base.
I think Broxton was in there anyway. He got a great jump off Green.
And that'll bring up Larry Rothschild as he comes out to the mound. Good jump.
Looks like he was in there, huh?
For Broxton, his 17th stolen base. Been caught 5 times.
Gives hitters so many more opportunities to drive in runs when guys are running stolen bases. And Milwaukee is one of the few teams in baseball that has 2 or 3 guys throughout the lineup that will continually run. But it can disrupt a lot of things defensively, drives pitchers crazy.
Two-1. Got 95 past him, 2-2. Arcia is 0 for 3. And 2 for his last 15. Grounded up the middle. Grabbed there by Gregorius. And 2 scoreless innings for Chad Green. Milwaukee leaves 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
July 11th is Amazon Prime Day, an epic day of deals on everything you're into. So whether you're a techie who's into gear or have a passion for fashion, Amazon Prime Day has huge deals on the stuff you love. Prime Day, July 11th.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
So here's Bumgarner. That ball is smoked. Left center field. Adios! Pelota! Bumgarner into the bleachers. Now he swings and he hits a high drive deep down the left field line. A magnificent shot that is long gone. And Bumgarner has his 2nd home run of the game. Wow!
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
High drive, left center field and deep. And over the head of a leaping May. Dozier to third, being waved around. Throw to the plate. And inside the park, home run from Brian Dozier. It's not every day you come to the ballpark and you see an inside park home run.
Brian Rucco and John Flaherty will recap this weekend's interleague action. Plus, our studio team wraps up the first half of the season as the Yankees head into the All-Star break. It's only on Yes. They'd like to head in on a positive note, but they are running out of time as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and they're down by 2. Hyundai scoreboard shows you Milwaukee leads 5-3. And Jacoby Ellsbury will lead it off. He's 1 for 2 with a walk, stolen base, run scored. Jared Hughes is still in there. Blazek and Knebel warming for Milwaukee. Swings at the first pitch and chops at the first. Thames steps on the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here's Chase Headley, a tale of 2 emotions in 1 at bat. Runners on first and second, nobody out, and we see this. Originally by the umpire signaled the go-ahead home run.
And the heart starts pounding, but you watch him as he goes down the line, and he kind of stopped.
Shows bunt, takes a strike.
Meaning that he saw that it just missed. So you get it good right down the line. You see, stopped and whoa, well, he called it fair. Running around the bases, you just hope that maybe somebody missed it. What a difference in the game, though. Huh? Did you get any idea, you know, as you talk with Cash up here earlier, you basically ask him, you know, your wants and your needs, in what order? You know, he was talking, he brought up pitching, he brought up first base.
I think first base, if Bird doesn't get back, is obviously their biggest need. Thing that they'll address. Ball gets away on the swing and the miss. Headley hustling to first, and he'll make it as the ball is not handled by Thames. So the Yankees catch a break on the strikeout.
Well, another extra out. We'll see what happens with this inning, but you know, Milwaukee, we've talked about it. Every once in a while they kick and chase and boot that ball around a little bit. Just off vote. It's probably just a pass ball.
And they're scoring at a wild pitch.
As I said, a wild pitch.
So that brings up Frazier as a tying run. And that one gets past Vogt. It's amazing, Paul. This is one of the worst defensive teams we've seen all year, and Santana pulls a rabbit out of the hat on the Sanchez drive.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, if you watch Frazier, what he's doing now, he is making a conscious effort to get that front leg up just to hold that weight back a little bit. Love to see guys see that. You didn't see that before, and that's a gathering device, and look how much more balanced he is. I tell you what, it's a work in progress to change that much, but boy, I tell you what, if he sticks with it, it's only going to help him.
Missed outside, 2-0.
And that's what it does. I mean, that's the pitch right there that you saw early in the homestand, him kind of waving out, because if you get out there too quick, you know you have to make up your mind, and right there you just see it just gave him that extra time to read the baseball.
Takes a strike, 2-1.
Good pitch.
just clips the outside corner at 96 miles an hour, 2-2.
Boy, Hughes has been able to throw some big pitches in big situation. Here's another one. Another one that I think is probably outside, and it is. I mean, this plate today has just been big, and it makes it very frustrating for hitters.
Swing and a miss. Frazier goes down on strikes.
Frazier goes down on a good pitch, but it was set up by a bad call to put him in a 2-strike situation. Slider just off the plate. He hasn't missed with much today.
And Counsell going to take the ball from Hughes and go to the bullpen with Choi due up. Runner at second base, 2 men out.
July 11th is Amazon Prime Day, an epic day of deals on everything you're into. So whether you're a techie who's into gear or have a passion for fashion, Amazon Prime Day has huge deals on the stuff you love. Prime Day, July 11th.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
1 run on 5 hits. Cubs no runs, 1 hit. And there's a well-hit ball, right center, falling pretty fast out there. High. However, it is caught by Clemente with a tremendous running, sliding catch. Whoo, boy. Let's take another look at that one. That was real robbery. Look at this. Comes from nowhere for this one.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
Strike pitch to Thames and a fly ball. Back into right field. Schebler going back at the wall. Gone again! Eric Thames again! The story continues for the big man. That's his 8th home run against the Reds. His 11th of the season.
That's an amazing, amazing story to start the year.
Brewers trying to finish the first half. On a positive note, they bring in their all-star closer, Corey Knebel. I'm going to do it, Paul. Yesterday, he was Evil Knebel for the Brewers, and Milwaukee's hoping for better things today, looking for a 4-out save.
Well, yesterday he battled his control a little bit and then finally got into a fastball situation, and Frazier caught up to one, but he got in trouble with a couple walks. You saw his stuff. Nasty curveball, high velocity fastball.
So it'll be Knebel against Choi. Choi's 0 for 3 today. Headley's at second, 2 men out. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The righty, Knebel sets and deals. And that's the one thing that is the negative on his resume. He doesn't throw strikes all the time. He does walk people.
Yesterday he threw a lot of balls with fastballs, really never got to his good breaking ball very much, and today it starts off with a breaking ball down in the dirt.
And again, 2-0.
Oh.
3-0. Would they green light Choi here? And the pitch. 3-1. Knebel's had 2 4-out saves this year. Once against Arizona and once against St. Louis, both on the road, both in June. 3-1. 3-2 on Choi.
Hard fastball reaching across the plate. Forgot the corner or not.
And he walks Choi, and now the tying runs are on base again. And the youngster Tyler Wade coming up. Took quite a rally by the Yankees, a strikeout, a wild pitch, and a walk.
See how managers become old in their younger days. See Counsell over there trying to push all the right buttons. Get this closer in there maybe for an extra out.
Tyler Wade is 1 for 3 today. He doubled to right center. Ronald Torreyes pinch runs for Choi. They want to be able to tie the game, anything in the gap. 1-0. And a quick conference with the closer.
Yeah, Tyler Wade's got to be looking. He just timed his fastball. Got to be looking out over the plate. Something you can drive the other way. Possibly last at bat the year at bat before we drove one into right center field. And get deep into a count without seeing that curveball. Hit a good fastball. Let it go.
There's a strike on the outside corner, 98 miles an hour.
Sometimes younger players are afraid to make that mistake, you know. Abel's thrown a lot of balls, and you know, you just make up your mind, maybe he's going to walk me, and you let a couple good pitches go by. Just try not to make that mistake.
Fouled it straight back.
Now the curveball's come into the play here now. Has not seen it in the count. 99-mile-an-hour fastball, upper part of the strike zone, really sets up well for a curveball.
And the 1-2. Almost hit him. One with the fastball. 2-2.
Fastball up and in at 99. There's a curveball and a good take by Wade. He's thrown that curveball for a strike all inning. So you're all chips are in on a fastball. As a young player, you got to look in the strike zone, out over the plate. Try to lay something right over that shortstop's head or up the middle.
So the runners will go with 2 outs. And the payoff. Grounds it to short. Wade hustling to first, but he gets thrown out by Arcia for the final out of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Let's go to the 9th.
July 11th is Amazon Prime Day, an epic day of deals on everything you're into. So whether you're a techie who's into gear or have a passion for fashion, Amazon Prime Day has huge deals on the stuff you love. Prime Day, July 11th.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
There's a squirrel out on the infield. Paul Molitor's coming out of the dugout saying, come on, have somebody get the squirrel off the field so we can play ball. C.B. Buckner says, have you had your rabies shots? I'm not going near that thing. That little guy now is coming down to the third base line. He's heading for home. Oh, he's got a quick first step.
I'm gonna try and get it into one of those suites down there.
You were in a commercial for VW, I think.
I was.
Where you danced to Mr. Rubato.
Very well, I might add.
Start Bench cut these other iconic 80s dances. The Cabbage Patch.
Oh, yes.
The Electric Slide.
Yes.
And the Running Man.
Yes. Oh.
Start Bench cut these three. That's the three. That's the category.
I always just thought you were
those,
informed.
I am informed. Those are three.
Got it. That's the magic.
Headley moves from third to first. And Ronald Torreyes, who had pinch run for Choi, takes over at third. And a new Yankee pitcher is Aroldis Chapman. Chapman got the win yesterday because he pitched the top of the ninth inning and actually pitched well with good stuff, throwing strikes. This will be his 23rd game. Chapman yesterday struck out the side in his appearance. So he'll face the top of the Milwaukee order. And just a reminder, everybody, or a heads up, bottom of the ninth inning, the top of the Yankee order will come up. It'll be Gardner, Judge, and Gregorius. VR is 2 for 4 today. A couple of singles and a run scored. Boy, he had no intention of swinging there, and Chapman threw a ball. He had the ball, the bat resting on his shoulder. There's a strike. One and two. You know, sometimes the game, you sit here and you go, how is this possible? Yesterday's game was about 2.5 hours long. This is a 5-3 game, 8 runs, and it'll be a 4-hour game at the end of it.
Easily. And that's why, you know, you commented over and over, and you hate to just dwell on it, but how quick Suter was on the mound yesterday and how much more fun it is at the pace of the game. Wow.
103, but just a bit high.
103 off the forward sign. One good thing about it, the All-Star break, when you're the home team, you know, once the game is over, you're off. And you just turn that switch off. There's no travel. There's no nothing. You just go home, relax.
Grounded in the hole, a base hit. So VR with his 3rd hit of the afternoon.
You know, the amazing thing is, Michael, during the All-Star break as a player, you know, you're used to doing something pretty much every single day. You know, running bases, running balls, hitting. You just can't sit for 4 days.
So what do you do?
You have to work out. You have to get some jogging in, you know, swim, you do something. Or after 4 days, you are in such... You're so stiff and so sore by not doing anything. It's like everything comes together. Now, I'm not talking about going out and, you know, killing yourself, but you know, you got to do something over the next 4 days just to stay loose and be ready come Friday night.
You take any hacks?
No, you won't pick up a bat. Usually you have that extra workout probably on Friday afternoon. You'll take some extra batting practice and then get out on the field also. But
runner goes, and the pickoff. Let's see if they complete the play. And they do. Caught stealing, 1-3-6.
That was a kind of a cheat steal on first move, and I think Chapman kind of read him and just went over there afterwards. Chase Headley does a good job getting rid of the ball quick, keeping it on the inside part, giving Didi a decent throw to tag.
Well, Larry Vanover had to go toward the Milwaukee dugout and say, are you challenging? And they did not. Thames with a high fly ball, deep left. And Gardner makes the play on the track.
The deepest part of the park for a lefty to try to go to left center field. Brett Gardner not playing deep enough, but he got back there, knows his speed. Barrel up 100-mile-an-hour fastball. You get a little extra carry on it. You see Brett Gardner calling it the whole way.
Here's Domingo Santana, 1 for 4. A single and 3 strikeouts. I told you that Tampa Bay has beaten Boston 5-3. That's a final from St. Pete. Baltimore leads Minnesota 10-4, top of the 8th inning. The Houston Texans beat the Toronto Argonauts 19-1. That's a final.
Nice. Just slip that in there, Michael, like nothing. It's brilliant right there. Brilliant.
Pitch is high. And that's a walk to Santana. Let's take a look now at the Land Rover drive of the game.
Well, he came back in the first inning. Travis Shaw, his 19th home run of the year off Tanaka. It was a bomb, and it put the Brewers up 3-0. So far, the Yankees have not been able to catch up. It's your Land Rover drive of the game.
And here he is, Travis Shaw with 4 ribbies. He has 65 on the year. Count 0-1. Little under the radar deals like this mean so much. I mean, the Brewers end up getting a star. Now they traded a guy who was a star in the bullpen, Tyler Thornburg, but this guy plays 155 games a year and is going to have over 100 ribbies. And unfortunately for the Red Sox, Thornburg's been injured and has not been what they thought he was going to be because he can't get on the mound. But boy, Shaw's just been great. And as we mentioned earlier, it's a tough break for the Red Sox because they're looking for a third baseman now, and they gave up a pretty good one in a deal.
Well, Chapman, that's a tough 2-pitch sequence right there. A ball way in, a slider that didn't have any bite to it, and then a 100-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner. Tough adjustment for a lefty.
And the 1-2. Missed inside at 102.
They'll try it again for that fastball away now, but I tell you what, when you just caught one under your elbow at 102, it's hard to lean out over that plate and look for that ball away.
I'll tell you how much Shaw's meant to the Brewers. They have the 4th best third base WAR for a team. Dodgers first, Nats second, Colorado third. Swing and a miss.
Good job by Chapman.
So he strikes out Shaw, and now bottom of the 9th coming up. Do the Yankees have another rally in their bones?
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
And the 1-2 to Davidson is popped up. Foul ground right side. Solarte going over, running out of room near the side wall.
And he leaps into the seats. And does he have it? Solarte with the baseball, he does!
What a way to end the inning. And Solarte with one of the best catches of the season in all of baseball.
You watch the hat first. Hat is caught, and then he catches the hat and the ball for Solarte. Spread eagle.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
Your Chicago Cubs will raise the 2016 World Series Championship banner.
There it is, the 2016 World Championship banner, very similar to the 1907 and 1908. Navy blue, white lettering.
The 2016 flag reads Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series champions.
During this break in the action, here's a popular clip from MLB.com.
Braves legend, Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron threw out the final pitch to Bobby Cox as we close down Turner Field. It is only appropriate that we open up SunTrust Park.
Clint Frazier, little red thunder to end it, and a walk-off victory. Can the Yankees do it for the 2nd game in a row? Not easy to do. That was only the 3rd time all year they've done it. And they have the top of the order due up. 5-3 Milwaukee. So in the old days, they used to call it 5 o'clock lightning. And since the game's about 4 hours old, that's what it would be if the Yankees could put this together in the bottom of the 9th inning. Gardner, Judge, and Gregorius against Knebel. And the righty deals. Pitches upstairs 1-0 as Gardner showed bunt. Oh. 2-0. Gardner 1 for 3 with a walk. Knebel, the lone Brewer, going to the All-Star game. 3-0. So you know that Gardner's taking 1. He might be taking 2.
Yeah, you would have to think to as a leadoff hitter, not being scared to hit deep in the count.
Well, Vogt was set up inside on how to reach across the plate to make the catch. So although it was a strike, still not great command by Knebel. 3-1. He walked him. And that brings Judge up as the tying run, and Counsell didn't like the call.
Yeah, I think that's a pitch that's been kind of a flip of a coin today. Sometimes it's a strike, sometimes it's a ball. And that's where you get both sides arguing. That's when you know that there's been some inconsistency back there today. Brett Gardner kind of ducking down, make sure that this ball is low. But you see that ball right there has been called a strike and a ball today.
Here's Aaron Judge, 1 for 3 with a walk, 2 strikeouts. And a strike. So the Majors' leading home run hitter, Aaron Judge, with 30 bombs, stands up as the tying run. Gardner leads off first. Breaking ball strike.
That's when Knebel can be really tough, when he starts throwing that breaking ball for a strike, and you see how much this breaks. That's when he's thrown since he's been in there.
And the 0-2 outside. An announced crowd of 43,952, many of them standing for this bottom of the 9th inning with Judge at the plate. And the 1-2 upstairs. 2-2. Two runs to tie, 3 runs to win. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Fastball upstairs, Judge down on strikes.
Yeah, tough pitch to handle, 97. Got behind in the count. You see the pitch by pitch. Strike one, borderline. Good curveball. And a couple good takes by Aaron Judge. And then 97 at the letters. Just got it by him. Good swing. Everything right. Just got beat by a really good fastball.
3 strikeouts for Judge on the day. Here is Didi Gregorius. Pitch is high. Well, Knebel's Achilles heel is the walk. He's walked 15.3% of the batters he's faced. That's nearly double the league average.
Shows you the kind of stuff he has to get out of these jams that sometimes he creates himself.
2-0. Out of 137 relief pitchers. Out of 137 relief pitchers with 30 or more innings, only one guy has a higher walk rate, and that's Adam Ottavino of Colorado, 16%. And the 2-0. 3-0. Gary Sanchez is on deck. Five-3 Milwaukee, bottom of the 9th. Knebel deals. Going on the pitch. Gardner makes it with the stolen base. Pitch called to strike. That is a very, very risky move, because you know it's going to be a fastball.
Talk about a surprise. You know, Brett Gardner might be thinking they're just going to give this base up because his run means nothing. But boy, if he's thrown out, it means something. But he's in there. No harm, no foul.
Three and two. The one thing that stolen base does is keeps you out of the double play that would end the game, and It almost makes certain, unless for a line drive double play, that Gary Sanchez will get an at bat. So 2 stolen bases for Gardner today. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Boy, Didi just does not look like the same batter. He is 0 for 5 today, 2 for his last 22.
Yeah, just got caught flat-footed there, you know, kind of feeling inside. And look, there's no bottom half involved in that swing whatsoever.
Paul, the Yankees are 1 for 15 today with runners in scoring position. Hard to win games.
Yeah, it certainly is, and the numbers are horrible when you say it that way. But then you look back at some of the balls, you know, Sanchez and Headley, and some of them that just missed, and some of the balls that were hit hard. I mean, there are days like that on the baseball field.
That's their worst performance with runners in scoring position since 2014 in June, when they were 1 for 17 against the Royals in a game. So 3 years ago.
You continually say, do you believe in do? Gary Sanchez has had some good swings today. Lined one to right field last time, was kind of robbed.
Buzzed him inside, 1-0. Crowd very quiet. Almost in holding their breath mode. See if the Yankees can come back here in the bottom of the 9th. 1-0. Goes with the breaking ball, and he whispers it across the outside corner. 1-1.
I'll tell you what, he hasn't had good command of it, but when he throws it, you can see. I mean, it just locks up hitters.
In the dirt, 2-1. On deck is Jacoby Ellsbury. Brewers look up at the board. They see Pittsburgh clobbered the Cubs 14-3, so they can go into the All-Star break with a significant lead in the Central. Breaking ball strike.
Another nasty one right at his front shoulder. Breaks over the inside part of the plate.
Milwaukee wins this, they'd have a 5.5 game lead over the world champion Cubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Yankees down by 2. And the pitch. Strike 3, ball game over. Sanchez down looking, and Knebel strikes out 3, and the Yankees go 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position, and they lose another series. And Jacoby Ellsbury never gets his at bat, so the Yankees cannot do it for the 2nd day.